What's going on, y'all? I gotta stop doing these weird like voices when I intro. I should just fucking talk. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? Today's topic is the 3 most common reasons why you lose a friend. Maturity levels just start to change. You mature faster than them, or they mature faster than you. So I think this is very common. I see it in a lot of guy friendships. I don't know about women, but yeah, with guys, especially if you have a big group of guys, right, that you know like since high school. Some of you are gonna just mature at different levels, right? There's gonna be like that one dude who's like still gonna be playing video games all the time, not really getting their shit together, and like wanting to like hang out. And when they want to hang out, it's just like they want to smoke weed, right? And they want to like just kind of like, I don't want to say bring you down, because like they're really just looking for companionship, but in a way they're kind of bringing you down because they're not focusing on themselves and their goals, and so they're kind of just like looking at the friendship to kind of fill the void that they're feeling. And I don't blame a lot of dudes for feeling this way, you know, like I think at one point I was like that, like me and my friend, like we would just like hang out, and like I loved hanging out and you know, just smoking weed and fucking doing some random bullshit that didn't really matter, just to like get away from it all, get away from my responsibilities. And you know, that can be fun, but I think when you reach a certain age, it's like, and you have more responsibilities, you kind of just like grow out of it. And what's great is like when you have that friend who grows with you, you know, and like you're both like kind of on the same trajectory. But there's gonna be times where like you'll have a friend that is like not on that same wavelength, and maybe it's just like not on their shit, you know. And I don't even try to like remove those friends, because like to me, like that's kind of some bullshit. If you've been friends with someone for so long and you like can see that they're kind of not in the right space, to just ditch them because like you think you're better than them, I don't agree with that, you know. It's like, yeah, you should still focus on yourself, and like if they're gonna you know, take that personally when you have to prioritize yourself, then like, you know, that's someone you might have to cut off. But if they understand and like, you know, they're just like, you know, they're just cool with it, you know, it doesn't mean you have to cut them off. You could still like be friends, and you could still like hang out with them when you have your free time, but it has to be like a mutual understanding. Like I think most guys will realize, you know, you got other shit to do, and like if they don't, that's on them. Now, second reason is just distance. Like if someone moves away, it's very hard to maintain that friendship. I used to be in the headspace where like, not headspace, like what the fuck? I used to be in the mindset that, oh, like if they're my best friends, you know, I'm gonna make it work. And like I felt this way about like all my high school friends, you know, like we had a solid friend group, and I was just like, in my head, I was like thinking, yeah, we're gonna be friends forever, bro. And like in reality, it's not really like that. Like when you're in high school, you're like you're just a different person, you know. Like the next few years, like especially if you're apart, like if you're like living separately, you're gonna be on a journey where your identity is gonna change, and you're gonna like go through crazy experiences, and so are they. And so like you're just gonna come out different people. And it's great, you know, if you can maintain that friendship like through your identity changes. That's great, because that means the core of your friendship is like very solid. But but a lot of times these friendships that you have, a lot of them are just based in like proximity, you know. It's just like they exist because you're close together, and like yeah, you get along, and you're probably like, you know, have some commonalities. But the majority is, like, the real reason that you're friends is because you're just close to each other. You live in the same town, you go to the same school, you see each other every day. When that stops, if it's not strong, you know, if you don't have a tight bond with that person, like, it's just gonna fall apart. And it's not, sometimes they don't even fall apart in a dramatic way. It's just like, you just become less of a priority to them. And vice versa, you know, like, if you don't see someone every day, you don't feel like obligated to them. And it takes a lot of effort to, you know, keep up that friendship, you know, especially digitally. Like, if someone's not online digitally, it's like, it's very hard, you know. If you have a friend that's just like not on social media like that, not like always gaming, it might fall apart, you know, if you don't see each other. Like, I think it's important to try to, like, you know, maintain it if that's important to you, like when they are in town or something. But it's totally okay to let those friendships slip away, you know. I have a friend who like moved away to college, and we were best friends, bro. And we would like try to like text each other like during summer, and we'd hang out every now and then. But like, when you're not in like the same fucking state, same city, it's very hard, man. And it's just like, there's like also this like weird kind of game you're playing with them. I don't want to say game, but like, it's kind of like a game when you're both texting each other and no one really wants to appear like super needy. So you kind of just be like, oh, you know, next time, bro. And like, you know, it just kind of falls apart. I mean, at the end of the day, it's very hard to maintain all your friendships. Like, I think there's one or two that, you know, you really think that are going to be there for your life. And then I think the rest, you know, it's just, you can see them, you know, like, when it's possible, but I don't know, maybe some people can, but I can't, like, give that much attention to too many people. Especially now that I'm, like, almost fucking 30, like, I'm 27, but when you work full time and you have a relationship, it's like, you really gotta pick and choose, like, who you want to see, you know? I guess that's what's great about, like, friend groups. Because when you have a big friend group, everyone sees each other at one time. But when you have, like, individual friends, it's like, I'm gonna have to, like, make some time for someone. You start just, like, picking and choosing and, like, placing them on, like, different priority levels. I guess, so yeah, number 3. This is, like, I don't know how common this is. Maybe it's just a personal thing. It's, like, you're two different genders or like sexes, and like one of them gets in a relationship. So I don't know how, like, if I explained that really well, but it's basically, if you're friends with a girl, right, and you know between you two if it's like platonic or not, right, but sometimes like they'll get into a relationship, right, or you'll get into a relationship, and you kind of have to like set some boundaries with them, because like, as much as you want to like be platonic, and you know, you can say that, not everyone on the outside is gonna like understand. And like, sometimes I totally understand if the girl, like, she's gotta choose her man, you know, or if I gotta choose my girl, you know. Like, if my girl's not comfortable with like a friend, like a girlfriend, like us hanging out alone, and you know, as much as I could tell her, you know, hey, like, we're cool, and like, you know, it's on your partner to kind of be understanding, but a lot of the time, from my experience, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say my girl's not understanding, she is, but I think with girl friends that I've had, girl space friends that I've had, like platonic friends, I think as a guy, like, I don't try to overstep that boundary. And I don't try to be like, because, you know, before I had a friend, right, we would like hang out all the fucking time, and like we get like really close, you know, and it was like really platonic, like nothing fucking happened between us, but like we'd like hang out together on like go on these like little adventures and shit, and like we'd like, you know, just fucking talk, you know, as if like we're just best friends, you know. But when she starts dating like a guy, right, it's kind of like, you know, as a man, I'm gonna like respect that boundary that now you're in a relationship, and I'm not gonna like ask you to like hang out solo all like at night, you know, at like 5 o'clock, just because I gotta respect, you know. I'm not like toxic in the way that I'm like, nah, you have to cut them off. But I'm just like, I think there's like a certain level of understanding you have to have, like, and you know that you're not gonna be that priority anymore. And like, to be honest, like, I don't think every situation's different, but a lot of guy and girl friendships are just like, it can't last that long to me. Props to you if like you can like find a friendship and like their man is like cool with it, or like their girl is like totally cool with like you hanging out like alone all the time. But the matter of fact is, like, a lot of just people in general are not okay with their significant other hanging out with like a friend of the opposite sex like alone, especially like on a consistent but like basis. Like me personally, I just have to like meet the guy, and like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'd prefer if they wouldn't hang out like at night, or if you just like would hang out in a group, you know. And it's not, people are gonna say, oh, you don't trust your woman, bro, but it's just like, I mean, I trust my girl, you know, but you know, there's always gonna be those internal thoughts. Like, I don't care if you say like, oh no, man, I 100% trust. Like, I can trust my girl, but still feel like uncomfortable with the fact that, you know, she's hanging out with another dude all the time, you know? And like, that's why, like, I think girl and guy friendships, like, that's like the number one reason like they just fall apart, you know? It's just like they have to prioritize the relationship. And I do not feel salty anyway, like, if a platonic girlfriend feels the need to do that. Like, I don't care. I have plenty of friends, like, if my girl wants me to like kind of separate a friend, or kind of like, you know, lessen that friendship, you know, like, for the right girl, you're willing to do that, you know, because at the end of the day, you're not fucking like, you're not gonna get married to your friends, you're not gonna like have children with your friends. Like, your relationship is gonna be the priority if you see a future with that person. But anyway, that's about it, you know. That's about all I got for today. Yeah, peace out.